Last week on Dateline Abuja, we did a rundown of the major security challenges faced by the Federal Capital Territory in the past year, thanks to research done by Beacon Security. Well, this week, we have a special edition with the Commissioner of Police for the FCT, Mr. Ben Igwe. He's here to update us on the changes that have been made since he came into office, successes against bandits and kidnappers in the FCT, and how his office is changing the narrative. This is Dateline Abuja. Hello and welcome to Dateline Abuja. I'm Kayla Megwa. Let's begin with an update on the major stories from Nigeria's presidency in our Abuja wrap.
As the country marks Democracy Day, President Bola Tinubu says no matter how complicated democracy may be, it is still the best form of governance. This was part of his Democracy Day address to Nigerians, as he promises to always listen to the people and never turn his back on them. Also speaking on the recent new minimum wage negotiations with labor unions, the president says they were done in good faith and open arms. He promises to send an executive bill to the National Assembly to enshrine what has been agreed upon as law.
As we continue to reform the economy, I shall always listen to the people and will never turn my back on you. In this spirit, we have negotiated in good faith and with open arms with organized labor on a new national minimum wage. We shall soon send our executive bill to the National Assembly to enshrine what has been agreed upon as part of our law for the next 5 years or less. In the face of labor's call for national strike, we did not seek to oppress or crack down on the workers as a dictatorial government of the past would have done. We chose the path of cooperation over conflict.
It was a day of color, martial music and art as Nigeria marked the 2024 Democracy Day with a parade in the Federal Capital Territory. In attendance were top government officials led by President Bola Tinubu, including federal lawmakers, members of the diplomatic corps and students. President Bola Tinubu has reacted to the agitations over a new national minimum wage for Nigerian workers, saying it will be based on what the country can afford to pay. He stated this at a dinner organized to celebrate Nigeria's Democracy Day held at the State House Conference Center, Abuja, where he says the unity of Nigeria cannot be traded. The president also reacted to the incident at the Eagle Square where he missed his step and slipped, describing it as a fall in honor of democracy.
It is a day to celebrate democracy. Why doing the ballet for the day? I'm a traditionally Yoruba boy. I did my dobale. Minimum wages. We're going to do it what Nigeria can afford, what you can afford, what I can afford. They ask you to cut your coat according to your size. If you have size at all, the promises I could make, struggling to bring the food prices down, but those bandits to leave the farmers alone and bring Nigeria back to its glory of production and harvesting.
Former President Goodluck Jonathan has tasked President Bola Tinubu on the need to build a democracy that reduces friction in Nigeria. He made a call at a Democracy Day public lecture held at the banquet hall of the State House Abuja, where Vice President Kashim Shettima described President Bola Tinubu as the unsung hero of Nigeria's democracy.
For democracy to yield its desired dividends, the political class and elite must lead by example and work with unity of purpose to guarantee peace and social justice to the citizens. And our lifestyle must reflect that we are elected people. A situation where children of political office holders go to parties and start spraying dollars is not the kind of democracy we want to witness in this country.
Welcome back. Abuja's current Commissioner of Police, Mr. Ben Igwe, joins us on Dateline Abuja this week with an update on what his office has done to change the insecurity narrative in the nation's capital. Joining the police force in 1996, the Imo State-born police chief has a degree in estate management and a master's in business administration from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. He was trained at the prestigious Police Academy, Wudil, Kano State, and used to be the commander, Special Intervention Squad at the force headquarters in Abuja. Commissioner of Police Ben Igwe, MNI, welcome again to Dateline Abuja.
Thank you so much.
So good to have you here. How have you been?
I've been well. Abuja is wonderful.
I've been seeing you in the bushes.
Yes.
You're always on patrol
Yes.
somewhere. The last conversation we had was about the one that happened in Dawaki, the attempted kidnapping there. Talk to us a bit about how it's been since February. Remember when you came in,
Yes.
you tackled one chance, you were talking about all the things you were going to do. How has it been since then up until now?
It has been very wonderful. You know, I came with a mantra. I have 4 movement agenda that I came with, and that's what I've been acting out, without fear or favor, no equivocation or ill will. But because I came with it, I told them that is my way of fighting crime. 4 movement agendas. I said it, and that's what we are acting out. If you know you are carrying gun, and you want to commit robbery or armed robbery or kidnapping or banditry, and I'm carrying gun, it's the issue of shooting me, I shoot you. And if I die, I go. And if you die, you go. So one of the movements is that you have to be in the mortuary. I don't have any iota of anything about it.
Just for people who've been trying to understand what happened in Dawaki, because you know we do see the parade of suspects, but we hear a lot of things from residents. Just so we can understand what really happened, because some residents in Dawaki were saying, "Oh, look, some people are still missing."
No. What happened in Dawaki is that some kidnappers actually came from the hills to kidnap, and you know people built house in Dawaki up to the hills. Even when there is no road. So the kidnappers actually came from the back of Dawaki, and they came and kidnapped some people. So in the course of taking them to the hills, information reached us. So we have to move for rescue mission, and we rescued the victims, and many of them returned back to their houses. So that's exactly what happened in Dawaki. So in that such a case, it's an attempted kidnap. It's not kidnapping.
Well, you see, that's where the issue is. Many people are worried that how did that even happen in the first place? A lot of people have pointed fingers at the movement of people who are suspicious from one place to the other under the guise of scavengers or just area boys around.
Many of them they are informants. Many of them are participants.
Certainly.
Many of them are participants.
So what's being done to prevent? Because there's no one can fault you in particular.
Yes.
And your office for your response time. Anyone can call you and you pick.
Yes.
Very impressive.
Yes.
The problem is many residents in the FCT want prevention. What are some of the preventive measures being put in place?
One of the preventive measures we are doing now is that we have decided to dominate the bushes. The bush, the terrain of FCT is a very terrible terrain, especially from Buare, from Zuba. In fact, around Abuja, from Zuba to Kuje to Kwale to Abaji, the terrain is very terrible. If some are not mounty, some are swampy. So what we have done is to dominate. Formerly is them, we will be down watching them with a motorcycle upstairs, up the mountains. Now, no, we have brought in motorcycles. So our patrol now is on the hills. So as we are aware that they move with their motorcycle. It's the same Bijam motorcycle we are using. So as they are on the hill, we follow them up with a motorcycle. We have brought in motorcycles. So, and it has been helping us very wonderful. And we have been, for areas now, we have brought in drones to watch around Abuja. And when we see something from the monitor, we quickly react and check what is that. So, and that's why within FCT, there's no camp. I can authoritatively tell you that. So we are putting a lot of preventive measures. And that's one of the preventive measures we are putting in, is that when we tell the residents, anything you see, just tell us. Don't fear. You can have my number, you can have police emergency number, you can have other security forces number. Just tell us, no fear, no waste time. It is a very good preventive measure. Security is of the eye, not of the gun. What did you see? Security, primary security is of the eye. What did you see? That's the security. This carrying gun is secondary. But the primary security is the eye. What did your eye see? Eye includes mounting of CCTV cameras in so many houses, in so many areas, using drone to move around Abuja. We have 7 hours drone. We are trying to increase it, looking for the one that can go 12 hours drone so that we can use it to monitor Abuja. So many of them, you can sit somewhere and go around Abuja. Now we are entering Kaduna. We are in what is it called? Kachia. We flew drone in Kutuku in Kachia. We have gone around all this Garamu say there's no camp in that area again. Off Tafa, we have decided to go around. So that is the problem we are in. But it's a measure we have used. If you check now, people are asking us, why is our own express different from other express road? Because from Abaji, past Zuba, reach Zuma Rock, that there's no incident of shooting passenger, kidnapping passenger while on the way, because of what we are putting in place. So it's not a different, it's the same express. But why is our own different? Our own is different because we are putting things on the road. In the whole boundaries in Abuja, we have men all the boundaries.
It's an operation you have going on right now, isn't it?
Yes.
Something boundaries?
Operation Dominate the Boundaries.
Dominate the boundaries.
Yes, that's what we are doing. So we are dominating the boundaries. If you go to Buhari area, we have men in the bushes, day and night. So when you see somebody flashing torch in the hill by 11 p.m., 1 to 2 to 3 a.m., you don't need to ask who is the person. Because if the person is a hunter, that's the area he will be. When you see such torchlight flashing, you should know it's the people who are coming to do kidnapping. You quickly respond.
You know, there's this report, of course, that did a 1-year analysis of incidents of crime in the FCT, breaking them down by categories. And of course, you've seen that report, and it does take into cognizance a lot of things that happened from May.
Yes, that's why.
Of last year. And at the time, you weren't here.
Yes.
You came in February of this year.
Yes.
In truth, we did see a change, even according to that particular graphic. It shows that from February, there was a reduction, but something happened in April. And then that spike in April,
not even April
and May.
That is why I'm telling you, that is kidnapping attempts.
So you're saying that spike is from attempts, not from actual
not
kidnappings?
We have done a lot of rescue attempts. In Mpape, before we now take over the attack called Chere, after Pape, there's a lot of quarries, abandoned quarries in Pape that they want to use. You can't believe that from Nyanya going to Pape, there are about 4 caves. One of the caves inside can contain more than 200 people inside. And people can be inside, no rain, no. So we have dominated all these boundaries, all these caves, all these mountains.
Well, we do have to go on a short break because we have other things to talk about. One of them, of course, being something that I talked about before, which is when you raid a place, what happens that they remain fallow and those people come back. So stay with us. We'll go on a short break and we'll be right back with the CP of Abuja, Mr. Ben Igwe. We We are still speaking with the Commissioner of Police for the FCT, Mr. Ben Igwe. And in this segment, he speaks on future plans to keep Abuja safe. Plans for already demolished spaces and cleared hotspots, as well as how citizens can help make the job of the police so much easier. Thanks again for speaking with us.
Thank you so much.
Let's talk about areas that you've raided. We will see the demolition. And then a week after, all of the crime and criminality is back. All the batchers that you destroyed are back. What's going on with that? How do we stop these places from remaining fallow? Or is there nothing the police can do about it?
No, we are discussing with the environmental of FCDA. The environmental of FCDA, we are now working in consonance. Abuja is now becoming bigger. That we can be working here before you come back to where you started, go around. Because all these batches are almost in everywhere in Abuja. Formerly, we were talking of uncompleted buildings. Today, we are now talking of uncompleted estates. There are a lot of abandoned estates. So many. So, and we have been pleading with the owners of this estate to come and complete them. Some of these miscreants we are talking about, those that are building batches, are even, if you know those that are living in uncompleted estates, there are many. What we have doing now is that we are raiding the uncompleted estates and uncompleted buildings. You can't believe that in my Tama area, the next neighbor to a senator is a scavenger, a babambola, an armed robber, because he's living in a building that is not, the owner did not complete. They will just go there and hang something on the form of, make it to be window and start sleeping because it's either roofed or decked. So these are the problems we are having. Like you said in Durumi, what we are doing now and what we plan to do is to come back and do continuous raiding. There's nothing we cannot kill them. We have to continually raid them. Let court be fining them. Let them be paying. One day they will be tired. Many has left. Actually, many has left. Because they are tired of Igwe. They say Igwe did this, Igwe did that. I don't care how they call me.
You're wearing them down.
Yes. Yes.
So even if
I said I'm a problem to them.
You're arresting them every day.
Yes.
You'll be paying every day. One day you won't be able to pay.
Yes. Continue paying. We generate money for the government. So continue paying. So, and that is the issue. And I want to tell you that it is yielding result. Actually yielding result. We have discovered there is a lot of sanity. Along Airport Road, people don't ask of Apo roundabout again. If you go to Apo roundabout, you go there, you see sanity. Apo roundabout that used to connect with Area 1. No, it's stage by stage. NEPA, Apo by NEPA. It used to be a rough place. Now go there. We have dominated and removed almost everybody. So we know the areas they are hiding, which is a continuous movement. If I tell you that, you can imagine we arrested 1,126, 216 bambolas, but they're not finished. You can imagine how many that are around.
A lot of them sleep at that Gwagwalada Motor Park.
Yes.
So I want to be able to talk about
Gwagwalada Motor Park that is in Durumi.
Yes.
I know the place. So, the place that Kekena Pep
yes, that is where they all sleep.
Yes.
Now
they don't have home.
You've cleaned. What's the problem with that area? You have come and raided even before you raided.
Yes.
A previous CP had raided there as well. Nothing. They've all come. In fact, the structures are stronger now. The structures there are stronger. You can't take a walk there at night. You can't ride your bicycle there.
Don't worry. I want to assure you, very soon you start riding bicycle everywhere. Because what we are emplacing now, that's what we can do. We are police. There's ones that are beyond us. If the court convict them like they did in the last serious Babambola issue, many will enter again. I don't know if you understand me. Good. And that is what we are working. Yesterday, I raided. Yesterday night, we raided. While we are in mountains, we conducted raiding in some certain areas, even up to Dusa Alhaji. You can check that area that you used to, this is how you saw that used to be.
On the way to Buhari.
Yes. Go there now, you see sanity. You understand me? So, there are a lot of people living in an unauthorized place. They didn't know it's an offense. That's the law, environmental law in FCT. When you live in an unauthorized place in FCT, you have committed an offense. And that's why we are letting them. Sister, Abuja is where everybody want to be, want to stay, want to live, because there is security, because they believe that there will be more constant power.
You said earlier that there are no kidnap dens in the FCT.
Yes.
But there are still a few scattered kidnap incidents going on. We heard about one that happened, the members of a church, I think 3 members of a church. You know, it's a story that we just stayed hearing recently about some people who were kidnapped recently. And there are isolated cases like that.
No. You see, some people can organize their kidnap. And depending on where you read, there was one they called me, that one woman was kidnapped in Nube. Mm-hmm. When we went into the matter, we discovered that she has a problem with the husband. And there were money. The husband looked into her account and saw 50-something million naira and was wondering how the wife got this money. The next thing he did is to ask some boys to come and carry her. And they carried her and they were demanding for 40 million. So, what do we do? So,
what did you do in that case? Are all of them in jail now?
Yes, now. We can't give, even though they are husband and wife, but when you are putting crime into it, we are not separating, but you have to go in.
That's so disappointing because it takes away from actual cases of kidnapping.
Yes. We lift the veil and...
Do you get a lot of these sorts of cases?
Yes, now. Yes. If you are in my press briefing last time, you saw the two. You saw the two we showed. The one that organized the kidnap. The wife that organized the kidnap of herself. We showed her. The husband has paid ransom.
She was trying to rob
the boyfriend.
She robbed her husband?
Yes.
By staging her own kidnap?
Yes. With a boyfriend. And the husband has paid ransom, 3 million naira. It's one who started tracing. Discovered that it was her that organized it. So that's the world we are in. But we are happy that as crime is evolving, we are equally getting it higher than them. That's the truth.
What next? What next for you and the FCT residents? Because a lot of people, everyone is, well, you're popular, everyone knows you. So everyone's
I'm
looking at you.
pleading with the FCT residents. Pleading. Please, when you see something, don't ignore it. When you see something that you see that is going wrong, or somebody trying to commit a crime, call us. If you don't have my number, call the emergency number. If I know my number, call me. Because we have reduced our response time now to 5 minutes. 5 minutes, we have reduced it.
And if you see something, say something.
When you see something, say something.
That's our new
when
moniker
you see
for
something,
the FCT, isn't it?
Yes.
When you see something,
say something. When you see something and say something, we do something.
I want to thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
CP Benny Guemenai for being with us on Dateline Abuja. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
With all the work you have ahead of you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to my guest and to everyone who spoke to us today on the program. Please adhere to the tips given by the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Ben Igwe, today. Protect yourself and your loved ones. And remember, if you see something, say something so they can do something. That's Dateline Abuja this week. Please let us know the happenings in your neighborhood using the social media handles showing right now on your screen. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kayla Magwa. See you next time.